Well, firstly, my main job was batting. I was batting number 6 for South Africa, and I was less than average. So my average in Test cricket, my first Test series was actually against India in South Africa. It was in 1992-93. It was termed the Friendship Series, and that didn't last very long. It took, I think, a few overs before the friendship disappeared, and it became, as you should be, frenemies, you know, friends with India, but tough on the field. And interestingly enough, I have a marketing degree, a Bachelor of Commerce with marketing. But it wasn't a case of me spotting there was a gap in the market and saying, okay, now I'm playing international cricket, nobody else is fielding. If I start fielding, then I'll be seen as the best fielder, and I'll be picked for the team. My first job was to be a batter in the team, was to add the runs. But I burst onto the scene because these are the different sports. We had no fielding coach. So can you imagine being seen as the #1 fielder in the world and never having been coached? So I was a tennis player, I was a football player, a hockey player, and all these sports gave me the skills into the cricket, into the fielding specifically. But it was the love that I had for fielding, the passion that I had for fielding, that allowed me to grow in my fielding skills exponentially. Because too often in business and in life, we look at the things that we're weak at, our weaknesses, and we must get them up to an acceptable standard. And in a team environment, yes, we do have to do that. But the key with a team is that in cricket there's 11 unique players with unique skills. And how do we find the right person to do the right job in the team and in business? And for me, my captain, Hansi Cronje, just said, hey, Jonty, don't even bother coming to the nets to bowl. Once you finish your batting, go do your fielding. You love your fielding. So I had to take a teammate because there was no coach. But I worked at my fielding, not because I had to get it up or I realized that there was a gap there, but because I was passionate about my fielding. So I think the key message there, if you play to your strengths, if you allow people in the business and in the environment and in the team to focus on their strengths, then the growth is exponential. But then also to put things in perspective, in the 90s, were anybody here old enough to watch cricket in the 90s? There's a few of us here, grey hair. But I mean the rest, I was the #1 fielder in the world because everybody else was, that was their fielding, right? Or the Indian team, not even that. They would watch the ball go, oh, boundary, good shot, good shot. Ball boy, throw the ball back. Because there were 11 or 12 youngsters around the field. The Indian players wouldn't even walk to the boundary, let alone run after the ball. Sorry. So that was, it's very easy. Can you imagine in your business, if you were the only supplier or the only manufacturer in the whole industry? That was me. I was the best fielder. I was #1 because there was no #2 and no #3. So very easy to do.